Hey guys, and welcome back to Fia J and Jules Revealed. I'm Fia J.
And I'm Jules.
And we are here to talk to you about, our topic is, don't let a breakup break you.
Yes, girl.
It's something that we feel really passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that we talk about all the time. It's something that seems to come out in a lot of our videos. So why not do a whole video on don't let a breakup break you? Because it is so easy to be broken by a breakup.
Definitely.
So I thought that we need to put into a bit of context here. We need to talk about what we're talking about. Do you agree?
I completely agree.
So for me, I came out of a relationship about over a year ago. We were together for 5 years. And I thought that I found my partner, my husband to be, the father of my children, my best friend, my soulmate. I thought I found all those things in this one person. I thought it was an impossible task to find this person, but I did, and I was over the moon. I tell you, over the moon. I met this person in May, and I knew that I loved him by the December. Which I don't know, is that quick? I don't know.
I don't think that's quick. May, December, that's...
It's 6 months. But I never
Is that 6 months?
Yeah, but I never said it to him. I never said to him, I love you. I felt something inside me. I don't know, I just can't make myself that vulnerable. I never wanted to say, like, I love you, and he doesn't say it back.
Yeah.
I couldn't, at that time, I just couldn't be vulnerable in that December, so I never said it to him. But anyway, that relationship ended, and I tell you, I was absolutely devastated. At where I am now, I think I'm getting over it. Would you agree? I can't say
Sometimes I'm a bit like, Sophia, come on.
Yeah.
Snap out of it.
I'm getting over it, I think. But I almost let it break me. No, let me tell you the truth. I did let it break me for a while. But I'm here. I'm here to tell the tale. And if I wasn't over it, then I wouldn't be able to speak to you about it. But I am. I'm here and I can speak about it now. So do you want to talk about where your situation
Oh
is?
my God. As you can tell, I'm very much over it.
Sorry.
No, but I am though.
Yeah, I know.
So my breakup was, oh my God. What was last year?
2014.
Yeah, so my bad. Oh my God, I'm trying to think when it was. You see, that's how over it I was. What happens is, when I'm over someone completely, that person is literally vaporized from my memory, like deleted completely to the point where I don't even remember like key moments that I was with that person.
I
So
can't do that.
Yeah, no, I'm very good at deleting stuff. So when was it? Yeah, it was actually last year, funny enough. And what happened was, all of a sudden, the thing is, our relationship was complicated in a sense that he pursued me. He was a friend initially. He pursued me. I'm not playing hard to get, but I didn't kind of run with it. I'm very much, you need to lay it out on the table for me to understand before I get the wrong impression, like, oh, he likes me secretly, but he's like, nah, but we're just friends. So I let you say to me what it is, rather than jump the gun. So he did all that, we got together, I made it very clear what I wanted, what we wanted to do, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, long story short, that was 2013, but I knew him from university. So that happened, we broke up. But the thing is, yeah, it was such a bitter breakup because me and him, a situation happened and it broke my heart and I felt attached to him. And when that situation happened, he wanted nothing to do with me. And basically, we got back together, and then afterwards, it was just toxic. It was just toxic, long story short. And for me, I still wanted to be with him because I felt a connection with him, not for many other reasons. And I didn't want to let go of that connection. So I kept on accepting the things he was doing to me and thinking it was okay. And it just wasn't, especially as a 26-year-old. You should never, or even as a woman, full stop, or as a man, you should never ever let someone treat you like that. Treat you like you have no worth. Treat you like you're just the scum on the ground. No, you are far more than the scum on the floor, mate. So when he was acting like that, and he was like, all of a sudden, he decided that he woke up one day and he said, I don't want nothing to do with you. And it, oh, girl, it pissed me off, because it was like, I felt like I should be the one that's telling you I want it to end because of the stuff that you put me through. Mm-hmm. So when he just randomly ended everything, he said, don't call my phone. It hurt me a lot. It hurt me to the point where I didn't necessarily go crazy. But okay, I went a bit crazy, but because of just the person who he was. And it really, really, really did something to me in the sense that my thought process was about him. I was saying to myself, I let myself go. I thought, nah. Eventually, started deleting the text messages, started deleting the number, started deleting everything. I even deleted his address off my sat nav. It got that deep, but it was still in my memory. But, you know, one of those things where it just had to, like, it literally did break me. But it broke me to the point where, I don't know how you felt when you broke up, but did you cry a lot?
I couldn't stop crying.
Yeah.
I cried and I cried and I cried. I remember the day when it was all official. I remember the thing is, it was over the phone. There was no real reason why it was over the phone. And looking back now, I'm glad it was over the phone, because if it was face to face, we wouldn't have gone our separate ways. We would have argued, well, not argued, but we would have gone back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And I know it would have been so difficult for me to leave his house and get in my car and drive home. It would have been so, so difficult for me to do that. So I'm glad that it was over the phone. I remember when it happened, I was in my room and we'd had the conversation and I just cried. I put the phone down, cried and cried and cried and cried. And what I wanted to do, you know in the films where the woman gets really upset and she just knocks down all her... knocks down her... what's that thing? The
vases?
The vase, the dressing table. Knocked all the makeup up, knocked everything down, pulled down the drawers, pulled down the curtains.
You know that what you can't do, like, because you have to clean that shit up.
That's the only reason why I didn't do it, because I knew I'd done that. I'm the one to clear it all up. So, yeah, even the next morning, it must have happened like on a weekday or maybe a Sunday, because the next morning I had to go to work. And I was just crying on the train, I don't know, I just cried.
I remember when you called me and I was just like, what? I was like, I'm coming over after work. Oh, yeah. It's like, no, don't come. I was like,
I wanted to just go home and get my bed and just cry and cry. The things that I've done to not let it break me was, first of all, I started doing a journal. So on my way to work that morning, there was so many things going through my head and I just couldn't work it all out. I was so confused. I just didn't know. I didn't want it to be over, but I knew it had to be over and all sorts of different things. And so I started writing a journal. Didn't get very far with it, to be honest. I only wrote in it maybe for 2 months. But it did help me to get all my thoughts down on paper.
That is definitely helpful.
I'm quite a private person. I don't really go to people with my problems. I try and battle them all myself, and that's not a good thing. I just had them caught up in my head and caught up in my heart, and that's not a good thing. So I wrote all my thoughts down in my journal, and I can always go back to it and have a look if I ever feel a bit, you know. Anyway, the other thing I'd done was this. This is really stupid. I know this is really childish.
Do I know that? I'm guessing I don't know that you've done it.
You might do.
Okay.
But basically, shortly after the breakup, I always wanted to call his phone or text him, or I just wanted to I just missed him so much. And so I always pick up my phone and like go to find his name on the phone and then try to call him. And I think, no, I shouldn't call him. I put the phone down. Or I draft out a long text and I think, no, I can't send it, so I delete it.
That's why you delete numbers.
No, I couldn't delete the number. So what I done instead was I changed his name from just a name to do not call and the name. I know it's so childish, I know, but it did help me because when I picked up the phone and I'll go to the name and I think, oh, why is the name not there? And I think, oh yeah, I saved it as do not call, so I go to D. And when you see do not call in the name, you think, right, there's a reason why I put that there. There's a reason why I should not call that person. Even though I know the reason, I have to remind myself that there is a reason. So that really, I'm so ashamed. It's so childish. And the thing is, it's still the same. I haven't changed it. I'm not going to change it for a while. I still need that that help. Not help, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that time.
Yeah, I'll definitely still need time. See, the things that I did. And do you know what I still need to do? I really need to do. I need to get rid of all the memorabilia that I have in my room. Like, I still have like this thing that he bought me that I have on my window. I have like teddy bears and cards and pictures just like dotted around my room. I need to get rid of all that stuff because it's not doing me any good. It's really not doing me any good. And I do have memory box. I need to put it all in a memory box and put it all away. So that is one thing that I think that really can help someone not be broken by the breakup. If you have to constantly wake up and see these things, I mean, I see them. I don't even think anything of it now. They're just part of my room. But I do need to get all these things down and put them away. Something that would really help someone who's going through a breakup is to put those things away. And also just speak to people. I'm the worst person. I'm the worst at this, is speaking to people. I keep everything to me, keep it all to me. And it's just not good. It just brings you down. You're just constantly thinking about these things. But just speak to people. I started doing that to you. I spoke to you. I told you the whole story.
Because before, Thea J is one of those, and I've just noticed that anyway, naturally. She's not one of those people that can kind of just come to you and tell you her problems.
Yeah,
she's kind of like, you know, independent woman, I'm going to have it on my shoulders and deal, you know. Whereas I will blabble for England. I'm like, oh my God, you know, I'll start crying on the phone and everything. I'm just that kind of person. But I always said to her, and when she actually told me everything, I was like, oh my God, she's actually telling me all this stuff, and I didn't know this stuff, even though we have been best friends for God knows how long.
Knows. Jules and the guy are the only two people who know what really happened in that relationship. The only two people. Out of my whole network of friends and family.
But it's good that you're starting to talk to people because that it kind of releases the emotions of, you know, it's not built in, it's not built up within you. And I definitely agree, like, in my breakup, it helped me a lot to talk to people because I found it so difficult. Like, you know, I would cry in my bed and I think, oh my God, why am I crying? And all of a sudden these thoughts will come into my head, not suicidal thoughts, but just like, what did I do wrong? Am I a bad person? Blah, 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 blah. But once you talk to someone, once you start bashing a person on the phone to someone else, you kind of, I feel like it releases some morphines that makes you feel a lot more better. So it is definitely helpful, kind of just talking to people, talking to your network of friends, those people that can give you advice and kind of tell you, look, baby girl, it's not going to be easy. You know, every day is going to be a new day and you're still going to feel it. But, you know, time heals man.
Yeah. But talking about getting advice from people, do not take the wrong advice. So if you hear some advice and you think, oh, that doesn't sound quite right, I'm not too sure about that, just don't take it. It's not everything that you hear or every opinion or every advice that you're given that you must take and act upon. Yeah. Take it and see what you think about it. And if you act upon it, that's great. If you don't, then oh well.
It's more or less listening rather than taking it. It's up to you. This is my issue. Like, whenever I feel like my friend is going through something, I would listen to what I feel like it's better to listen. And say, okay, I hear what you think. How do you feel? How do you want to deal with it? And hear what they have to say, and then kind of put my 2 cents, rather than kind of say, okay, babe, you need to do this, 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 and this. If you don't do it, it's not going to get you anywhere. No. Because that person might turn around and say to you, oh, well, you ruined my relationship. I listened to you. Darling, no one told you to. Do you know what I'm saying? But coming off the bat of what Thea J has said, how I've managed to get over a breakup, like I said, is delete everything.
That's so hard though.
It's hard, but it's a good hard.
Do you mean pictures, messages, cards, everything? Throw it all away?
No, I'm talking about more phone numbers, text messages.
Okay. It's hard.
If you have the email address, try and delete it. I'm finding it difficult to delete this person's email address, which I'm very upset about. It will come up on my email, so that's really annoying. Bearing in mind I've deleted everything else, but the email just is still in my email. But deleting, I feel, has helped me tremendously because, again, like Thea J says, you find yourself scrolling through your phone, bored, have no one to talk to, or, you know, you've picked up the phone to talk to your friend, they're not picking up the phone, so you automatically want to call that person, and you start scrolling and you see the person's name, you're like, oh, whoops, hello. No. darling, if you deleted that number, you wouldn't have no reason to be scrolling looking for that number.
Yeah, but my problem is I still speak to this person, not every day because that would not be healthy, but we still speak maybe at least once a month, maybe, just to see how that person is doing, because we are still friends. I wish that we could be the friends that we were before, but that's just not possible because of the situation. But it would be hard for me to do that because I still care about his well-being. I want to know that he's doing well and doing well in life and so forth and so forth. So for me, I can't delete.
Me, I can delete.
I can't delete.
I just think it's just in my nature.
Yeah.
Because, and again, like I said, it's because it was one of those relationships that was so toxic, it didn't make sense for me to pick up the phone and still be calling him.
Yeah.
Because he how we left everything wasn't on a good note. Not saying that you and your ex-partner left things on a good note, but for me, I felt there was a bit of an emotional, what's the word? Emotional abuse and...
Yeah.
What's that word?
Turmoil?
Turmoil. There was a lot of that happened towards the end, so there's no reason for me to have kept his number. There wasn't any reason whatsoever. And, after that, I did something, but it was more to do with how I felt and how I had to deal with it. And it did heal the process a little bit, but it didn't really do what I wanted it to do.
What? Can you say?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask you afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'll reveal in the next video. Maybe when
I'm intrigued now.
When I do a video by myself, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah. No, I think that helped you.
Yeah.
I think it helped you.
Yeah.
We won't get into no detail, but I think it helped you.
I think it'll be a video where I discuss exactly what had happened in this breakup and what had led me to do what I needed to do. It's definitely a video that I want to do, so I will do it. But yeah, so that is what I do. Talking to people and just constantly reminding yourself there's always someone else.
But that's hard. That is so hard. That's hard.
It's hard. It is hard. I get it's hard because it's not like you're expecting to turn around and meet someone on the street the next day and be like, oh my God, I'm in love. But I think it's bound to happen. But in the meantime, in that process, learn to love yourself.
Amen.
Learn to enjoy your company. Learn to go out with friends because when you're in a relationship, you're with that person 24/7. You aren't thinking about no one else. But it's true though.
Yeah, I know it's true.
You're there talking. I'm gonna call my man. I'm gonna stay with my man. Oh my God, Jay, I'm so sorry. I'm not coming out. I'm with my man. Not saying that you shouldn't be with your man, but sometimes you forget about your family and your friends that you were with before the man appeared in your life.
Yeah.
Now it's time to really enjoy those moments with them again. And, use that opportunity until that next person comes along, the right person comes along. Use that opportunity to learn more about yourself. Do things that you never do. Do activities. Do fun things. Go out with friends. Go to the bar. Go out for drinks. Go whatever.
Yeah.
Do something that you enjoy. Start a YouTube channel. Anything.
Here we are.
Exactly. Look at us. So, yeah.
I'm trying to think if I have anything else to add on this. Just, we said this before in a recent video, it's just knowing your worth.
Yeah. So
when you come out of that relationship, it's not easy to remember or know your worth as soon as you come out, but eventually you get to a point where you know your worth, you're worth so much more than what that person was putting you through. And that can help you to get over what the situation is, help you to help the situation not to break you. And it's okay. I think it really is okay to be broken temporarily, to be broken for you it's days, weeks, months, or a year or plus if it is that long. It's okay to be broken temporarily, but make sure that breakup doesn't break you permanently, because that's when you get to a point you think, why did I let that man or that woman break me down to where I am now? You'd be so upset with yourself.
And then the thing is, it's not only a short term. You will let people go by, those people that you could potentially been with, because you've allowed yourself to be permanently broken by just that person in your last relationship.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's important to remember there is someone out there better than that person.
But the reason I say that's hard is because in my pub that I'm talking about, I thought that I found a complete package. So for me to think that complete package is out there in somebody else, it's really, really hard. Bearing in mind, I go to work, I come home, The following day I go to work and I come home. I go to work and so on, so on. So where am I going to meet this person? That's why.
There's so many, I feel like there's so many outlets though. There's so many outlets out there, and you know, I'm probably the last person to kind of be like saying this, because I would happily sit in my house and watch TV and chill and chill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's so many outlets. Like there's online dating. There's, you know, there's a lot of like you know, relationship things, like people that are busy with work. You know, they've got singles night set up, a mingling session where you can meet people. You know, there's so many things. You can go to different classes. You can even meet someone in the gym. I know the gym is the most awkwardest place, but let me tell you something.
I hate going to the gym.
Oh God. Let me tell you something. I don't hate going to the gym. I just feel sometimes a little bit intimidated.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. There's some fine fellas up in the gym, and there's some fine ladies up in that gym too.
I know, but that's the last place I want to meet someone, at the gym, where I've got like my gym clothes on.
But you know, when you're struggling on that machine and some man is just there, babes, or excuse me, would you like any help, love? Yeah, I do actually. I want to do 30 kg, but I can't get it in. You know what I mean?
Have you tried that one?
No. I go to the gym, I've got my headphones in, I'm there to work. But on a serious note, you know, you could just meet anyone, anywhere. I know we talk about working, you know, 5 days a week, and then, you know, weekends, kind of like your chill moments. But you never know when you're going to meet that person.
Yeah.
I think don't just place the thought on, because you're going to work not 24/7, because you're going to work 5 days a week, it's difficult to meet anyone. You could meet someone on the tube. I know my cousin met someone on the train station.
I was going to think of another story, but I'm not going to go into that. That's a different subject. See? But do allow yourself, like we're talking about meeting someone, but do allow yourself the time that you need to be single. Don't rush into. I don't agree with the to get over one man you have to get under another. I don't agree with that whatsoever. I think that's just taking baggage from one situation into another. So I don't condone that at all. But just take your time to develop you, like we were saying, to work on yourself. Just don't rush into anything. But at the same time, don't build up a wall that people have to fight down to get down this wall, because if you do that, like you said, you could be missing out on someone who actually is good for you.
But then saying that as well, coming off of what you say, do not allow yourself to become vulnerable with someone easily. I think a lot of these times, and what I worry about, and I'm sure Thea J worries about, because we were just discussing it not too long ago, you know, just, you know, a lot of the times when someone comes off a bit strong, it worries me a lot. It really worries me, because
in the dating period.
Yeah, just in the dating period, like, you know, take it slow. Get to know that person. Don't just be like, oh my God, I really like you already. Babe.
It's too much.
You don't know me yet. Like, really, like, be easy. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, just, like, do not let your, like Thea J said, you know, let your guards down. But I think you still need to have a couple of walls up. Just making sure you have the right walls down, where you don't come across, like, hella stush, like, I don't want to talk to you. No, do you know what I mean? But just knowing when someone's coming there trying to lips your face, you'd be like, no. Do you know what I mean?
No.
I don't know you. I don't know where your mouth has been. So no, I'm not gonna lips you. But
yeah. Just don't let it break you.
Do not let it break you, I tell you guys.
No, it's not cool.
And that right person's gonna come along.
Eventually, he or she will come along. And do you know what? This is all in the plan of your life. Like, you don't really know what's going to happen in your life. That person, you might meet him or her tomorrow, or you might meet him or her in a week or a year or 5 years, 10 years. You just don't know. Just live life, enjoy being the best you. Actually, so that's another point. Remember, I said this to you on your 25th birthday. In the time you're waiting for someone to come along, just be the best you. So when that person does come along, you're offering up. Do you believe in 80-20 or 100-100?
I believe in the 100-100.
Okay, so welcome being the best you. So when that person does come along, you can offer him or her 100% of you. Bring all you can to the table, as opposed to, oh, I've still got this to work on about myself, I've still got that to work on, X, Y, Z. Be the best you. So when that person does come along, you and he or whatever sex
Actually,
it
stop
is.
that. I don't think
Just
I
go
believe in
along.
100.
Well, see, this is another topic. Should we do 80-20 versus 100-100?
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll do that in another
That would be
video.
another video.
Yeah. Actually, that is one that we should do quite soon, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we might do 80-20 versus 100-100. Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, that is our video. That is basically, don't let a wake up.
Don't let a breakup break you.
No, God. It's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it?
It is.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, like, subscribe, and share. And, you know, hit us up on our email address or our Facebook, our Twitter. We are actually on Twitter, guys. So it's Thea, is it Thea J?
Yeah. Thea J Jules.
That's so bad because I was the one that set up Twitter and I completely forgot it.
So check it.
Yeah. So it's Thea_J_Jules. And that's our Twitter. We're also on Facebook. We've got a Facebook page called Thea J and Jules Revealed. So check it out. Like our page. Get to know us. Ask us questions. We would love to hear from you guys. As you can tell, we're very open people. So do not be afraid to holler, hit us up, you know, whatever. So yeah.
Are you asking for a date?
I'm not asking for a date. No. This is not one of those things where you go and call your uncle to come and message me. Or message on your
hit me
Facebook.
up, let me know.
No, I mean hit us up with messages.
I know what you mean.
Oh my God.
Yeah, be sure to let us know because we want to hear what you think about our videos. Comments, questions, suggestions, topic suggestions, anything. Let us know your thoughts.
Definitely.
So, see you soon.
Bye guys. God bless. I really liked that video.